The last ship. Fíriel looked out. At 3 o'clock, the grey night was going. Far away a golden cock, clear and shrill, was crowing. The trees were dark and the dawn pale. Waking birds were cheeping. A wind moved cool and frail through dim leaves creeping. She watched the gleam at window grow till the long light was shimmering on land and leaf, on grass below. Grey dew was glimmering. Over the floor her white feet crept. Down the stair they twinkled. Through the grass they dancing stepped, all with dew besprinkled. Her gown had jewels upon its hem as she ran down to the river, and leaned upon a willow stem and watched the water quiver. A kingfisher plunged down like a stone in a blue flash falling. Bending reeds were softly blown, lily leaves were sprawling. A sudden music to her came as she stood there gleaming, with free hair in the morning's flame on her shoulders streaming. Flutes there were and harps were rung, and there was sound of singing, like wind voices keen and young, and far bells ringing. A ship with golden beak and oar and timbers white came gliding. Swans went sailing on before, her tall prow guiding. Fair folk out of elven land in silver grey were rowing. And 3 with crowns she saw there stand, with bright hair flowing. With harp in hand they sang their song, the slow oars swinging. Green is the land, the leaves are long, and the birds are singing. Many a day with dawn of gold this earth will lighten. Many a flower will yet unfold ere the cornfields whiten. Then whither go ye, boatmen fair, down the river gliding? To twilight and to secret lair, in the great forest hiding. To northern isles off shore of stone, on strong swans flying, by cold waves to dwell alone, with the white gulls crying. Nay, they answered, far away, on the last road faring, leaving western havens grey, the seas of shadow daring. We go back to Elven home, where the white tree is growing, and the stars shine upon the foam on the last shore flowing. To mortal fields say farewell, middle earth forsaking. In Elven home a clear bell in the high tower is shaking. Here grass fades and leaves fall, and sun and moon wither, and we have heard the far call that bids us journey thither. The oars were stay, they turned aside. Do you hear the call, earth maiden? Fíriel, Fíriel, they cried, our ship is not full laden. One more only we may bear. Come, for your days are speeding. Come, earth maiden elven fair, our last call is heeding. Fíriel looked from the river bank, one step daring. Then deep in clay her feet sank, and she halted staring. Slowly the elven ship went by, whispering through the water. I cannot come, they heard her cry. I was born earth's daughter. No jewels bright her gown bore, as she walked back from the meadow, under roof and dark door, under the house shadow. She donned her smock of russet brown, her long hair braided, and to her work came stepping down, and soon the sunlight faded. Year still after year flows, down the 7 rivers, cloud passes, sunlight glows. Reed and willow quivers as morn and eve, but never more westward ships have waded in mortal waters as before. and their song has faded.